What is going on out there, peeps? Okay, there's a lot of activity, man. Trust me, there's some people who are not happy about this coalition meeting that's taken place. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about here in just a second. All right, just a quick reminder, I have Pimpy's Investment Chat. It is the same name as my YouTube channel. It is free to come join. I will leave a link in the description. We do talk about the Iraqi Dinar, the Vietnam Dong, gold, silver, cryptocurrencies. Come join us. It's free to do so. I also have another group called The Hidden Things in Front of Your Eyes. It's free to join as well. This touches on current events as well as some things that you might consider, I don't know, conspiracy, 9/11, false flag events, the whole 9 yards. All right, you guys, both are free to join. A lot of you guys have been wanting to buy cryptocurrencies. There is a link in the description there as well. Just follow the link because cryptocurrencies are on a run right now. So it's a good time to jump aboard. So let's get into what's going on. Look at people are not happy about our boy Academic getting his stuff together. A fire near the American embassy in Baghdad as a result of the bombing of the Green Zone. Just say what? Fire broke out near the U.S. Embassy in the Green Zone in Baghdad on Wednesday as a result of the bombing of the fortified areas. The security source told the news agency that the fire occurred as a result of the missile landing with the area of weeds near the American embassy. So maybe they just wanted to be nice and they wanted to be landscapers. They just wanted to clear the brush out for them. You know, we got some big hitters coming in there. They just wanted to, I don't know, clean out the weeds. I tell you what, I got some weeds in my backyard. If they want to clean them out, they can. Anyways, the missile was launched over to the Green Zone on Wednesday evening without any significant losses, and the siren sounded immediately from the U.S. Embassy. For his part, Security Media Cell said in a statement that the shelling did not result in significant losses, as it was, well, it depends. If you're related to the weeds, it might be. I'm messing around, but as it was revealed that the launch of the missile was from near the People's Stadiums, the Green Zone, which includes the headquarters of the government, parliament, and foreign missions, is subject to shelling from time to time. So, we know right now that the United States is over there. They're in dialogue with Iraq. Iraq, man, is really pushing for their sovereignty. We need this to happen. So people keep asking me, what do you mean earlier in my earlier video about the sovereignty? If you invest in Iraqi Dinar, there's a reason why you can't walk in right now into Wells Fargo and exchange it at its current rate. That's because the currency at the present moment is not being recognized internationally. Although you can go into some Chase banks and swap it right now, that's different. But you will only be able to swap it at its current rate. But for the most part, most banks won't deal with you right now because the currency is not an international currency. That's because we need the United Nations to once again allow Iraq to have their sovereignty. And in order to do so, they have to have their own currency, which means they have to recognize the Iraqi dinar. Pompeo, the strategic dialogue between Iraq and the United States will address all issues. Well, all issues? I know you and I are thinking about a specific issue we would love for them to address, and that is the rate. U.S. Secretary Mike Pompeo said on Wednesday that the strategic dialogue between Iraq and the United States will address all issues. Pompeo said during the press conference in Washington that the strategic dialogue between Iraq and the United States, which will begin this month, you mean tomorrow, will address all issues between the two countries. As the commander of the U.S. Central Command, General McKenzie, announced Wednesday on the 10th that Iran is seeking to get us out of Iraq. Of course they are. Of course they are, but they're not as strong as it used to be. There was a specific General Soleimani who just one day woke up dead. So you can't be in charge of a terrorist group and be anywhere and feeling positive under the Trump administration. People don't talk about this enough. There has been nine terrorist leaders killed under the Trump administration. And I did videos showing you all 9 of them. Crazy. Nobody talks about that. Parliament votes on the resolution rejecting the deductions from the salaries of employees and retirees in any way. Parliament voted on a resolution rejecting deductibles. Okay, so you guys, just so you're aware, what they're talking about is taxing. That's what they're talking about, taxing the salaries, which the government kind of needs it. But at the same time, the people are recovering from some hardship over in Iraq. So, I think we need to avoid taxes if possible. With the clock ticking, KRG delegations to arrive in Baghdad next week for budget talks. Deputy PM spokesperson. Okay, we know that the Kurdistan Region Government Deputy Prime Minister Talabani said Wednesday that the KRG delegation will visit Baghdad next week in an effort to resolve long-running budget disputes and ensure renewal flows of cash to the Erbil-based government. Okay, so yeah, but here's the good thing. Before, when talks used to break down between Kurdistan and Iraq, they wouldn't even see each other for weeks or months. But now they seem to be seeing each other every day, regardless of if talks do break down. This is a good sign. We also know this is what the United Nations want, and we want the United Nations to be happy so that they'll give Iraq back their sovereignty. Yesterday, the delegation and the deputy prime minister met and discussed the plans to visit Baghdad, said Talabani, who will be leading the delegation. On April 16th, the Federal Council of Ministers froze budget transfers to the KRG after patience ran out with Erbil failure to live up to its obligations under the 2019 federal budget law. In particular, its refusal to send oil to Baghdad for export. Not good. We need these guys to continue to be buddies. That's what we are looking for. In late May, the KRG agreed to a month deadline for the two sides to negotiate on agreement, which now expires in a little more than a week. I have a feeling that that is going to work out just fine. In the interim, the federal government sent and transferred 4 billion Iraqi dinars. So as a good gesture, what happened was, before the agreement was even agreed upon, Al-Qadimi went ahead and sent over 400 billion Iraqi dinars. He didn't have to do that. But that just shows you how serious he is about what's going on and how he wants to iron things out. In my opinion, it was a great gesture on his part. Will it give him what he needs as far as any type of leniency when dealing with the Kurdistan people? We will see. However, Erbil never sent any oil, and after 15 months of sending limited funding to pay the public sector salaries, Baghdad froze the transfer, sparking a major cash crunch in Erbil that was compounded by low oil prices. So yeah, we did talk about that in my other videos where, look, Iraq's like, okay, no funds, no money to you. And then Kurdistan was like, fine, no oil to you. And we're back to square one. But like I said, Khademi went ahead and sent that $400 billion anyways as a show of good gesture. Let's see if it brought him any positive will. General Electric announces its commitment to work in 2 sectors in Iraq. Thank God, because they will turn and burn and get things done. We know that Siemens is over there from Germany and helping them get their electric grid together. It'd be nice to get the American General Electric over there as well. They confirmed Wednesday its commitment to support the Iraq in the continuation of its work in the electricity and health sector in the country. The CEO of General Electric, which is good, you guys, if you think about it, investing into GE might be a good time, especially since they're over there in Iraq. In its branch in Iraq and Levant, Wakil said in a statement seen by the news that the company's team, which includes a group of experts, engineers, and technicians, continue to cooperate with the Iraq government to work on its completion of the most important projects directed towards serving Iraq and its people, especially in the electricity and health sector. So, one of the things that we read a lot about over the years is this, that the poor Iraqi people have to deal with the heat. There's no electricity there, so there's no AC, so they're toughing it out like big dogs, man. That's out in the middle of the desert. No, thank you. I'm spoiled. I literally sleep under my AC, so I couldn't imagine being out there in a hot desert with no AC. I would seriously turn Democrat and start posting people over the heat, man. General Electric, in cooperation with the Iraq Ministry of Electricity, has succeeded during the past 10 years in adding approximately 14 gigawatts of electricity energy throughout Iraq, which was previously contracted to become a contribution to generating more than 50% of its total electricity. Good, 50%. Well, let's get there. We need to get crack-a-lacking. So if outside investors are going to come in, one thing we need to make sure that it's fixed is their electricity grid, okay? How's companies going to do business? These articles are long. I don't want to bore them with you. This particular one, as usual, I will leave a link and invite you to come and read them so you can form your own opinion. I just was sharing mine. So today, tomorrow, hopefully we hear some really good news. I'm looking forward to it. Hearing something positive out of this meeting that they've been having between Iraq, the United States, and the United Nations. Let's keep our fingers crossed. What Iraq is pushing for is their sovereignty. What we are pushing for is their sovereignty. They need to have that in order for their currency to be recognized internationally. All right, you guys? So let's hope all is well. And hopefully we will have a really, really special Father's Day this year. Yeah, let that sink in. All right, you guys, once again, I want to say thank you for everything. For those of you who aren't aware, I have reached 17,000 subscribers, and I know I could not do it without you. So I want you to know, once again, that I do appreciate you tuning in. I know there are other options for you, but I'm grateful that you tune in with me. I really am. All right, you guys, I hope this hit the like button if you haven't already, and please subscribe if you haven't, because it surely does help out the channel. Y'all have a great day.